Hey team, what's going on guys? I am an absolute mess because we are getting after it today. So today's gonna be a little bit of a two-for video. So we are gonna jump into the whole bit about how we prep for passive income, like what's the background? Because you don't just wake up and say, hey, my money's gonna work for me today and I'm not gonna have to go to work. There's something that you gotta do before that. And that's a little bit of what this series is about. But we'll talk about that a little bit, but a little bit of a twofer, because the other part of this is going to be in the bathroom today, and I'm going to show you on a renovation like this or any renovation that you're doing how to maximize your actual rent while again spending the least amount of money possible in the bathroom. So everybody, I know that's something where we can really overspend, but welcome to episode 3, Crackhouse Conversions, guys. Let's jump right into it. Go. Hey team, what's going on guys? All right, today let's hop right into it. We are in the bathroom because I'm gonna be giving you guys that little golden nugget in the bathroom. This is EP.3. Welcome back to Crackhouse Conversions, guys. Let's jump right into it. All right, look at that. Now, this is ugly. I don't necessarily like, if you, see if you can get it on the camera, it's kind of tough to see. See these little gold flakes? Ew. Man, again, the 70s is just crashing our party here. And also, down here, see if we can get this on camera. Look at this. I got a little bit of dry rot behind this or something. Not a big deal. Guys, this honestly looks good. My grout lines, for the most part, look pretty good. Even if they didn't look good, that's something we're gonna come and touch those up. And then we're gonna do something spectacular right here. It's gonna save us a ton of money. All we're gonna do, after we fix some of these grout lines that need fixed, it's a little something called glazing. We're gonna glaze over this tub. So this whole shower, I mean the tub itself is actually okay, we're gonna clean that. But the shower itself, that's where we spend so much money in a bathroom, and we're just gonna clean this whole thing up, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna glaze it. Now glaze is like a thick paint / epoxy type deal, and what that does is actually puts a nice cover on there. It's gonna cover those grout lines. So grout lines are something that you're supposed to treat and take care of every year, or approximately every 6 months. It's unrealistic, and when I have tenants in here, I'm not trying to be like, oh, excuse me, I need to come check the AC, I need to come check the heater, I need to come check the yada yada, fix your grout lines. Like, no, it's too much. The less maintenance, the better, the more profitable you are. And also, in passive income, if you're doing maintenance 24/7, it's not very passive, is it? You might as well just go back and clock in at work, right? So, in the spirit of true passive income, we're gonna be glazing over this. All right, guys, so I know that I don't actually have my tile glazed just yet. So right up here, you can see the product, $36.98, not terribly expensive. And like I said, good stuff, tried it out before. And look at this, look at some of these before and afters. Let's even go on this one. You get kind of an idea here. These are gonna come out nice white, clean, and definitely turn that ugly 70s bath into a brand new looking shower pretty quick. Now, that's only gonna work in some situations. Upstairs and some of the other showers, actually, you know what? Let's jump and take a look at those ones now. All right, here we are in the other bathrooms. Now, this is not the same story. See, this one had a little bit of a slope in the top of it, like a little, the roof of it was actually sagging a bit of the roof of the shower. So, no way. At a certain point, you cannot cheap out on this stuff. That's gonna lead to a big problem down the road. I need to make sure that structurally upstairs was safe, because we're still downstairs right now. We're just in another one of the bathrooms here. Now, take a look at this too. They did not even begin to do this right. So that's what I can see. This whole thing, if you can see it, it's actually sloped. It's sloped out right here. Look at all this. That's why it's cracking. You can look at this awesome work right here. So no, this whole shower, we're gonna have to rip this out. Of course we're gonna have to rip that out, because think about it. If the stuff I can see is completely done wrong, then think about all the structure behind that. Do you think there's any chance they did any of that right? How's the actual plumbing back there look? One way to find out, we're gonna have to open up this one. There's no way of cheaping out on something like this because this kind of missed work could just cause maintenance down the road that's gonna blow your budget and is gonna turn this whole thing non-profitable. So without further ado, let's take this one down. Boy, before we get too far, take a look. All right, check that out. See how it's sloping here. I don't know if we can even get that on camera, but there's a little slope right here, and look at that. Okay, the way it's slouched out, the actual tile is sloping over the edge of the tub there. It means this wasn't done right. This is one of those things where you can't cheap out, you can't just cover it with a glaze and this is gonna be okay. I have to rip this whole thing out. That slouching that we saw up there in the ceiling, it's a nightmare. That's something that may be structural, it's not worth risking. Imagine somebody gets in that tub up there, fills up with water plus a person gets in there. I mean, that thing needs to have the ability to hold at least, let's say at least 1,000 pounds. So let's not risk that. Let's go ahead and hold this all down. Check structurally, make sure it looks good, number one. Number two, let's make sure that there's not a bunch of mold everywhere and that the water upstairs looked like it was holding good, the rest of the wall looked good, but in case, because we did find a little bit of mold, this is where I gotta follow up, this is where I gotta do that due diligence and make sure that it's all good. So we're gonna rip it down, let's get this work done. This is money here. Know that. This whole channel, this right here, this is what it is. This is basically the work that you do to make passive income. You don't just wake up and you're like, I want passive income. All right, there it is. No, this is where it happens. This is where we make passive income. So let's get to it. And that song is fire. I'll do this part's gonna be all sped up. Gloves. Where's his goggles or his glasses at? I'll remember that next time. My bad. There. Come on. Oh, hot. Burn. Press this way. Okay, so I actually ran out of time on the other one. We kind of ran out of battery on that. So, in this building being a fourplex, I got 4 bathrooms. 2 of them that we're gonna be able to save and 2 of them that we're not. So let's go knock out that second bathroom right now. All right, and done, guys. What do you think? Does it look good? Ready to rent? Anybody could get anything clean in there, right? So at this point, I've got my 2 showers ripped out, and my other 2, we're gonna have to touch up the grout and maybe fix a couple of tiles, and then we're gonna be able to just reglaze over that. That glaze is gonna protect the grout lines. It's gonna save us a bunch of money. And just to jump in those numbers a little bit, let's check this out. All right, guys. Item number 1, turn it around, the vanity. So I've already ordered my vanities, and actually the one I'm going with has a Formica top. It's got everything except for the faucet, right? It's just the vanity itself, plenty of storage. It's in plain white, so nice and simple, clean, good look. It's 50 bucks, Home Depot. That's what I was looking at as far as the price. And then the next part of that's gonna be the faucet. They have a brushed nickel one, so they did have those ones, I mean, as low as like 15 bucks. I didn't want to quite go that low. The one I ended up with was 30 bucks, and it's a nice, solid metal, feels good. So on to item number 2, the toilet. Same thing. I mean, to spend a lot of money on a low flow, how much money am I putting up front versus how much money am I really saving? There were some low flows that were getting outrageously expensive, and at that point I might as well just put up a day in each one. So what I went with was just a basic low flow toilet, because I do want to keep it somewhat efficient. Tenants are going to be paying their own utilities, so I at least want to do them that favor and try to minimize those utilities, keep them around, keep them happy. And our total on the toilet, 80 bucks. Again, that was a minor discount because I have a card there. That's it. Without that, the regular price was somewhere around 90. It's not even that big of a discount. All right, guys, and last but not least, item number 3 on the list is gonna be that big problem area, the shower, the bathtub. We're putting in a shower surround. There's the other thing. I'm not retiling. It's 2020 in a rental property. Who's retiling these days? Unless I'm getting thousands of dollars in rent for 1 unit, I'm not retiling. It's mud and flat rocks stuck to the wall. It's not that big a deal these days. In this case, we're gonna put in a shower surround after we fix the drywall behind it. Total cost there was $200 for the shower surround. Got a little bit of a discount. I did come in at $180, and then the actual drywall that went behind it, total with the labor was actually only $100. All right, guys, just in case you're not familiar, this is a shower surround. So this is actually just one off the Home Depot page here, $100. And look at that, it's clean, incredibly easy to install. So not only is it inexpensive, but the installation for it was super inexpensive as well. And that's it, that's all there is to it. This isn't exactly the one I went with. Mine was of course 200, this one's only $100, but it kind of gives you the idea of what it looks like, just in case you guys weren't familiar with the shower surround. So apparently it's really easy. The guy I had to do is, don't worry, you know, it's gonna be nothing crazy. Total cost, we went $300, and I got this done. Keep in mind, I did the demo myself, but you saw me, to be honest, I was having fun. It wasn't that big a deal. And now we had $300 on the tub. We had $80 on the toilet, and then we had $50 for the vanity, as well as an additional $30 for that sink. Guys, if you're spending more than $1,000 in the bathroom, you're already blowing the budget. I mean, unless you got a huge bathroom and you're doing some real professional work, you better be getting some real good rent. No, $1,000 is a pretty high ceiling that you should never touch in this case. 2020 rental, remodel of the bathroom. Let's just keep it easy. I know I didn't include a couple of things in there, so before you guys jump at me, I didn't include the floors, right? And I didn't include painting the walls. Of course, I'm doing that separate. That's not a big expense necessarily. I don't have a lot of floor. Take a look at that. It's not a lot of floor anyways. So I will do an entire another video on flooring and going over the details of why I picked what I picked on that, because that gets technical and that's a huge money saver if done right. That's the team. I'm going home. I'm exhausted and I'm so dirty. This was a heck of a day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Throw me a thumbs up, throw me a comment. In fact, comment, let me know, what are we working on next? Let's hear it, guys. What are we working on next? Throw it in the comments. Otherwise, get me that thumbs up so I know what I'm doing is actually helping, all right? I appreciate you guys tuning in. I love all the support on the other videos. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in episode 4. Later, guys. guys, this is huge. 1 second. Look at this. I gotta paint that. That's a mess. We gotta redo the trim and paint that. What color am I gonna paint that? The neighbors is beautiful, but do I copy the neighbors or do I do my own thing? Let me know in the comments. I need some good suggestions because I was thinking like a gray. Am I lame? Am I boring? Again, go back to just keeping it clean, keeping it white maybe, or is that gonna get too dirty? Throw me a comment, guys. I need some ideas right now. Just not finding anything I like, so let me know. Again, appreciate you guys. We'll see you.